We are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Out of the gun, Fields.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Show some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
From the gun, here's Fields.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Fields. And Lazard's got it again.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
In motion goes the tight end.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Escapes the sack.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Motion man is Shakir.
Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Coleman, the man in motion left. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They run again on 1st down. Cook
to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Josh Palmer, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down. Coleman, the man in motion right. Now Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
To throw, it's Allen.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down and 6 now.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Now Fields. This pass out wide to Hall.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hall again.
And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
He'll find Reynolds over the middle. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run with Hall.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Anders Carlson now for the point after.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They start the drive with Cook. Dances by him, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Coleman, the man in motion right. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Second and 6. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Motion man is Shakir. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again, and he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to it.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Palmer from 3 yards out. And the Bills are back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here's Fields. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to throw again.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Allen going to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. In motion, the tight end. To the air, Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Hall. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff for Hall.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up past the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Has his man, it's Shakir. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, putting the ball right on him.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before the break. Fields. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Quick throw complete to Reynolds. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On play action, Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 14-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coleman, the man in motion right. Now this time, Allen will throw. Coleman has it here right side. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Out of the gun, Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To the air, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Bills! Khalil Shakir, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Fields. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Fields now to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now it's Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Motion man is Shakir.
Now Allen to throw from the gun on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Shakir hauls it in.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Allen. This is Coleman with a grab. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to...
And Cook will get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. In motion right is Wilson.
To throw is Fields. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
This is Hall.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Josh Reynolds, 30 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. To throw, it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, Cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. It's Davis on the counter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They'll run again. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the Jets now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:54 on the clock. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way. But bottom line, they're still alive. Back to throw. Fields. Pass complete to Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
His throw incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. Now Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing again is Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Pushing through the contact, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. That's caught by Wilson.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Fields.
Wilson's got it complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
This is 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.